Shalom Akim. I'm going to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who teach and rule well, and salutations to all the Akim in all four corners of earth, who special troops, sincerity. Shalom Akim. I was, we went through this plan things they planned out with that jumper, and all the things that came with it. I remember and recall, the different sites they were setting up for you to go get tested at, and what about the hand sanitizer? They had hand sanitizers going up everywhere. You even remember they were putting out faulty hand sanitizers that you would leave in your car and catch fire and stuff, and then they came out with the, the people who made all those masks, they made a lot of money, Those clinics, like I said, those pop-up clinics, they were opening all over the place. Everywhere you seen a closed down building, they would turn it into a clinic for this stuff, man. They had the whole world in scared in fear, And Babylon was just, they had set up lines and stuff that you couldn't cross and arm's distance from people. It was just a whole rundown of fearness they put upon the people, man. But at the end of the day, out of all that fear, you had groups of people that made money. They made a lot of money. Elam for sure, because Elam around here, they had a bunch of those clinics where they was testing that, when they stick the thing in your nose and check your temperature and all that. And they were opening them up, like I say, left and right, man. Left and right. I want to say at one point on one block, I counted like 2 or 3 of them on one block, centers where you go get tested and put a little scan to you, and you had to write off for your employee to see this, and it was just we know it as a test run, for what's getting ready to come, for when they get you ready to hit you with that new technology, but yeah, the test run was just to keep the people docile, man. This Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he, man? So yeah, the wicked, they're running this place, man. And, they were putting out an iron fist, and whoever didn't comply with them, you got fined. You lost your jobs. Society was against you. I remember coming to one of my jobs, and they said that I was one of the causes that was keeping this thing going, because I did not confined to their rules of taking that jump shot, So I was a carrier basically, and the news was feeding the people upon this, like, if they haven't taken it, they're a carrier, But it used to be, in America, when you got sick, that's when you took some medicine or something. Now they're trying to make you take it ahead of time, talking about prevent something, So that was once again this devil trying to play the Lord, man, and now that he's playing a wicked Lord of this world, man. That's what I should say, He was doing his job, man, and he ain't got too much time, But at the end of the day, we know there's steps and things that's got to happen before, the Lord comes back, man, and these are the times we're in right now. But yeah, these guys, they made a lot of money off of this, man. They made a lot of money, off of their keeping the people scared, keeping running those scare tactics. A lot of households got divided, there's a lot of things that was going on. And like I say, you got millionaires turn to billionaires, especially if you were dealing with this devil in the system and putting, like here in Illinois, we had the Pritzker, the dude who's a governor now. His family runs the Pfizer drug company. They were big financiers for this C-hip. They were big financiers for that, man, for the jump shot. As well as you had 2 or 3 other companies, but his was the number one, and I remember because the presidents was pushing it, and they were in cahoots with him, and it was just, Biden was cool with Obama, who was cool with the Pritzkers, because they all from Illinois. John 10:10, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. And that's exactly what Esau did, man. He had a clandestine plan, and he was working out, to the fullest. And right now, it's all being brought to the forefront that this was a money grab scheme at the same time. But the people, they're so docile and scared, because you still got people walking around with masks on. They still got They still got. I work one of my other jobs at a store, so I see the pharmacy. You still got people lining up in the pharmacy thing, and still asking for that. Matter of fact, right now they're giving it away for free. They're giving away the shot for free. I remember when they were charging for it, man. So this devil playing all sorts of games, man. Yeah, that devil, he come to steal, kill, and destroy, man. And if you don't get down with the system, then you're gonna be destroyed, man. That's basically what it is. This is Proverbs 23, and I'm gonna start at 4. Labor not to be rich, cease from thy own wisdom. And like I say, man, they were these different clinics and pop-up clinics. They were charging people whatever. I can't remember how much, because I can't remember. It was a price. It was a price, but I didn't have to pay for it because my job paid for it. And so these different clinics were charging and billing the hell out of these different jobs, man. Just running up the bill on them. Like they say, run the check up. And that's exactly what they were doing. The wicked, So labor not to be rich, cease from thy own wisdom. This is Proverbs 23 and 4. So our labor is in this wisdom, man, in the kingdom to come, man. That's what we're putting all our hope for and doing this work for, man. 'Cause we see something greater than this place, man. The Lord has great things promised for us, man. If we continue in this ministry, Proverbs 23 and I'm gonna drop down 23 and 20. Hold on, no. This Proverbs 23 and 5. Well, thou set thy own eyes upon that which is not, for riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as the eagle toward heaven. Eat thou not the bread of him that have an evil eye, neither desire though his dainty meats. His good things he has in this society. The riches that come with this place, because like I say, it was a lot of people that bowed down and took that, man, and now they jacked up. My own mama died. You know what I'm saying? Taking that jump shit, that bullshit. You got people with all sorts of blood clots in this shit now. Their blood is clotting up. Thick blood clots in their body and shit. I was seeing one guy. He had a bloody nose, and he took the jumper, and it was coming out in clumps. It wasn't flowing like how blood's supposed to flow out your body. It was clumping. So that's not good, man. I'm not a doctor, but I know that's not good. He says, Proverbs 23 and 7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. The morsels which thou hast eaten shall thou vomit up, and lose thy sweet words. Speak not in the ears of a fool, for he will despise the words of wisdom. Remove not the old landmark, and enter not into the fields of the fatherless, man. So yeah, we speak these words into the hopeful elect, man. Because the fools, they don't want to hear this. Fools were the ones who were going out taking this. Fools are the ones who are putting masks on, 100 degrees outside with a mask on. Scared to come outside. They had the whole rundown of these people, man. It was a whole fear factor. I have an aunt, and she was fully listening to what Esau was saying. Now, mind you, this is a lady who will argue up and down about the Bible, but when it comes to Esau and the system, she's gonna do whatever Esau tells her to do, she's gonna do it. I'm talking about, she had the mask on, she was arms out, length, distance, all this stuff. Everything they were telling her to do on the news, she was all for it and doing it, man. Let me drop down. This is Proverbs. This is Isaiah. No, that wasn't on. Oh no, hold on. This is Isaiah. It's like, this is Malachi 4 and 1. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate place. This saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. And yeah, man, Esau, like I say, he gave us a test run with this C hip, you know, with this it's like with this with this coat, with this jumper shot stuff that was out there. You can't even mention the name because, you know, that lets y'all know how fake that it was. That it was just a test run, but you know, throughout, and then he tried to shut things down and tried to open things back up, you know, and we're at the tail end, and it really ain't working. His whole shutdown and try to open things back up made things worse, man. You see more and more businesses close, more and more things down, you know, just proving the fact that this place is it's got an expiration date, man. We're almost there for this place, man, because with the next pandemic they come out with, and they hit with, you know, it's going to be set up. It ain't going to be as easy as it was for this one, for us just to say, no, we're not going to deal with it. This next one that he's coming out with, you know, you either get down or they got concentration camps for you. They got guillotines for you, you know. This was, like I said, this jumper with this jumper 19 was a test run. What they're going to come out with next, you know, if you don't jump down with his technology, if you don't jump in bed with this devil, then he's going to chop your head off, man. You know, he's going to have no time. He's not going to play anything. This devil is rolling. He knows what he has for a short time. You know, we're seeing the signs. We've seen the military moving into different cities, and that was a solid like 10 years ago. We were reporting on that. Just recently, we've seen beginning this year, I want to say. So we're 4 months into this year. So I want to say around January, February, we've seen here in Chicago, we've seen train carts with the military trucks on it and stuff. So, you know, it's coming down the drain, man. It's coming down. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that out and you know, base some points about how this devil made some money off of this, and this was a money grab off of this C19 that he had out there, you know. And I was talking to a guy I work with, and even though this was a money grab, we will say that the devil did have some type of virus that he sprayed out in the air or something, because like I said, I did get sick off of it in the first month of it coming out. You know, I was under the symptoms of everything that was in the symptoms I had, you know, from the cramps to the breathing, and you know, I just took basically I took things for my immune system. I took that oil of oregano, and it flatlined the whole thing, man. I was good the next day, you know. So I had it for like 2 days, you know. Didn't know what the hell it was, but they did have something out there. Yeah, so we don't have too much longer, man. This devil's coming down. With that being said, I hope this is edifying. Shalom, Akim.